Royal guards are renowned for their composure and courtesy. However, exceeding their tolerance elicits a demonstrably different response. Observe the interaction between a tourist and a mounted guard. The tourist briefly touched the horse, eliciting a gentle head movement indicating the tourist was exceeding acceptable boundaries. Despite this clear signal, the tourist persisted, resulting in the guard forcefully removing him from the vicinity of the horse's reins. The camera angle obscures whether this woman made contact with the reins, however, it appears she did. Regardless, she immediately regretted the action. The royal guard's sharp rebuke elicited a loud scream from her, after which she retreated to her designated position, hand placed over her heart.
Do not touch the king's livestock! Do not touch the king's livestock!
Attempting to exert undue influence over the king's guard is ill-advised. They will swiftly demonstrate the futility of such actions. This individual's aggressive approach to handling the horse, including forcefully manipulating the reins, necessitated a firm intervention by the guard to ensure her safety and prevent a dangerous situation.
Get off the bed! Get off the bed! Get off the bed!
Her presumption of authority was unwarranted. Oh, these tourists do anything to mess with the royal guards. Here's an example of just that right here. This guard was on his duty as usual. We all know there should be no contacts with the royal guard that's on duty. Can you believe this white woman went ahead and tried to put her arm around the royal king's guard? The guard immediately removed her hand and looked at her with a disappointed face before going back to his normal standing state. This left the woman so health-breaking and dissatisfied at the same time, but guess what? She still snapped the picture. As people are enjoying their time with the standing royal guard by taking pictures and stuff, a lady tends to trespass to where she's not supposed to. The king's guard shouted aggressively at her twice that she won't forget it for the rest of her life.
Get off your chest! Get back! Get off your chest! Get back!
Tourists laugh at the woman drastically after the incident happened. This royal guard was seen coming back from his senior guard. It seems he was reprimanded for doing something, so he was looking for who to blame it on. On his way inside the palace, tourists were seen blocking his passage. He shouted at them loudly that they felt embarrassed and learned their lesson the hard way.
Make way for the king's lifeguard! Make way for the king's lifeguard!
Here is an alternate scenario. The horse does the talking here while the guard just sits and watches. For me personally, I think the horse has been trained to swing her head for the tourists who cross their boundaries.
快点，你要靠近呢。
These tourists never learn. These groups of youths are following the Royal Guard for no reason. If they are only following and admiring, then it's beautiful, but they are not. These youths are disrespecting the Royal Guard by rounding rally round around the guard, making an unnecessary gesture behind him and doing sort of things that should not be allowed to do to the Royal Guard. This forced the guard to immediately use the emergency gate, which shocked the tourists because they think they will still have more time with him. Everybody is taking pictures with this guard, and there's no issue because they didn't cross their line or disrespect the guard. Everything is going smoothly until this woman wearing a blue jacket tries to take her own picture with the guard. Can you believe this woman actually tries to hold the guard sword? Yes, she tried to hold it. The guard now made a hard, sharp move that scared the woman away from him immediately, which scared the other tourists to move close to the Royal Guard from that moment.
Guys, really? Guys, really? Any common sense is there?
Stubborn tourists have been an issue for the guard for years, and this is an example of just that. This guard shouted at the old couples 3 times in a row to stay out of the block, which they didn't seem to answer. After he shouted for the 3rd time, police got involved to settle the issue with them. This woman went to the horse side at first. It seems she is taking a picture. After she stood for a while, she left for good. After a little time, this woman came back, but now she came to mess with the guard. She held the reins, which the guard shouted at her to get off the reins, and she answered and left.
Get off the ring! Get off the ring!
2 minutes later, she came back to try and hold the horse for the 2nd time, but the horse itself understood it now. The horse swung its head to scare her away for good this time.